Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Now after the previous scene, that is Act 1 Scene 5, here in Act 1 Scene 6 there is a contrast, stark contrast. Shakespeare contrasts the dark and powerful discussion in the previous scene that we find to Lady Macbeth's soliloquies and conversation with Macbeth on some part. Now, this will be in stark contrast with Duncan's trust and ignorance. This scene, you can say, is a total irony. Duncan thinks this castle in Inverness, where he will be murdered, is beautiful. Now, Macbeth kills Duncan and loses that beauty that Duncan is going to praise. And at this point, the planned murder weighs more on Macbeth than on Lady Macbeth. Now, this scene is in the heart of the reader, it will fill with pity and also apprehension. Now, before Macbeth's castle, hot boys and torches. Hot boys means the who just sing music, the sound of musical instruments. And Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, Lennox, Macduff, Ross, Angus and attendants all enter. Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, Lennox, Macduff, Ross, Angus arrives at Inverness. Duncan comments on the sweetness of the air, that is Macbeth going to lose by killing Duncan. The pleasant atmosphere of the castle. Banquo also accompanies in that compliment. Banquo notes that Martlet, a species of bird that usually nests in churches, have nestled in this castle of Macbeth. So in the previous scene we find the mention of raven by Lady Macbeth, and here we find the mention of Martlet. So raven stands for the cruelty, the direst cruel thoughts on the part of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, and Martlet stands for the innocence of Duncan. Lady Macbeth warmly greets the king and the Thanes. King thanks Lady Macbeth for her hospitality and asks for Thane of Cawdor, though Macbeth is nowhere to be seen. So this is Duncan. The castle hath a pleasant seat, the air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. So this castle in Inverness hath a pleasant seat, means situation. Now Duncan is ignorant. Duncan's ignorance is again and again creating pity in our heart. Duncan is ignorant. It is great irony that where Duncan is praising the castle where he is going to murder. Duncan is praising the castle where he is going to be killed. This castle is not going to be a pleasant seat for Duncan. So this is the irony. What is the irony? That this castle is not going to be a pleasant seat. As already Lady Macbeth has told that welcome to my battlements, but it is proven to be a battlement, the murder seat, hell for Duncan. So this is the irony in this scene. Unto our gentle senses, that means mature, old. Duncan is getting old, so he's now gentle, mature, and this air promptly and sweetly recommends itself into his gentle senses. Now Banquo, this guest of summer, the temple hunting Martlet. The guest of summer. Who is the guest of summer? Guest of summer is Martlet. It is a bird that usually made nest in church. A bird that usually makes nests in church. Does approve. So the bird which actually made nest in the churches has made nest in Macbeth's castle. So it is very praiseworthy. That's approved by his loved mansionary that the heaven's breath smells wingly here. The bird is fond of building its nest in the churches, and since it has made this castle its favorite abode, it proves thereby that the breezes which blow from heaven are delightful to the smell at this place. Smells wingly here. Okay. Wingly means in an appropriate manner. Wingly means in an appropriate manner. No jetty, fridge, buttress, nor corn of vantage. Jetty, fridge, buttress, that means projecting part of the building. Again, fridge is also the projection at the top of the columns of the building. Buttress in at the same way, this type of thing that is related to a building. Okay, all these things means support. All these are projection up from a building. So all these places is full with the bird nest of this blood. There is no projection, fridge, buttress or convenient corner where this bird has not built its hanging nest. Where hath made his pendant bed. Pendant means that is hanging. Pendant means hanging bed, means hanging nest. So everywhere in the jetty, fridge, buttress, every projected part, the bird has made its hanging nest. And procreant cradle. Procreant cradle means breeding ground. Breeding cradle. So where there is this bird stands for procreation, for life, but it is going to be death. There is no projection, fridge, buttress or convenient corner where this bird has not built its hanging nest, where it can lay and hatch its eggs. Where they most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate. Now Banquo is saying that he has observed that wherever these birds dwell and rear their young birds, young ones, the air is gentle and soothing. Okay. Now enter Lady Macbeth. See, our honored hostess. Now, Duncan just watch Lady Macbeth is coming. The laugh that follows us sometime is our trouble. The laugh that follows us sometime is our trouble. What does it mean? That a visit from the loved ones sometime became trouble for us. It is very easy. Many of our relatives comes in our house and this gives us so much trouble. We have to arrange so many things. We have to change our schedule. And there are even so much things you can understand. So Duncan means to say that I have followed you to your castle, Lady Macbeth, and this is to show my love for you. Yet it is causing troubles to you because you have to prepare so many things for the arrangement. Who is still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you should bid God's will us for your pains and thank us for your trouble. So, what Duncan is saying that, however, in such situation, you have to think that this love is love, and you have to ignore the trouble. So, remember the love part. That for the sake of love, we have come to visit you, and you remember this love part. And the trouble that is caused due to our love that is coming here, and if you have the preparation, the trouble of preparation, preparing everything, you must forget that. Okay, this is, and you can easily understand these lines because we always feel that when our loved one comes in our house, we just forget the preparation part, we just forget the inconvenience, and we just enjoy the time with our loved ones. even if we have to sleep in a bed where what we never share with any other, but if so many people come in our house, and we have to share one bed with 3-4 person, our cousin, and then it will be great fun. And we must remember that love part, not that trouble. Lady Macbeth. All our service in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business to content. So Lady Macbeth is just to beguile the time, look like the time. So Lady Macbeth is now looking like the time. Just innocent flowers. She is feigning to be an innocent flower, but be the serpent underneath. All the service that we are capable of rendering to you, even if it were performed with double care, that whatever we are doing for you, even we double that doing, double that trouble, double that preparation, that will be very less in comparison with your generosity. This type of things she wants to mean, that will be increased will be poor and weak compared with the deep and wide-ranging honors which your majesty has heaped upon our family. So all our service in every point twice done and then done double, or poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. So you have come in our house, so we are thankful for that. You have you honored with your coming. We are honored. So whatever we do and doubly do or triply do, whatever it is just for less in comparison with that. Okay, you understand? For those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them, we raised your helmets. O great orator, Lady Macbeth, for the honors which you conferred upon us in the past, for those of old means past, and late means latest, Thenocodor, the dignities, that whatever dignities you have given, heaped upon us, and we raised your hermits. So for that reason we are indebted to you. And hermits means beadsman, and we will be like Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. We will act as your beadsman, means we will pray for you. Sorry, 2 times. Actually, she is talking about double duty, so I am writing double words. Pray for you. So like a beadsman, we are going to pray for you for the honors you have bestowed upon us. Duncan, what is the Thenocodor? Now this is the question generally happen. This question must be arise, because what is Thenocodor? Why Macbeth has come earlier, so Macbeth must welcome Duncan. What is Macbeth? We coursed him at the hills. We set out on his journey immediately after, and had a purpose to be his purveyor. So we coursed him at the hills. Means we coursed him means here we followed him at the hill. It great speed. It refers to great speed. And had a purpose to be his purveyor. Purveyor means one who comes before. Purveyor means one who comes before. But he rides well, and his great love serves as his spur. So they all are coming at a great speed, but Macbeth's love is acting as his spur, his faster rider, and his great love for us is acting like a great stimulus. Hath holp him. Holp means, it is actually archaic word. It means helped him to his home before us. So number 1, he has great speed, and number 2, he has more speed because for his love. For these two reasons, he come home before us. So where is he? Macbeth has returned home before us, reached here before us. So where is he? Fair and noble hostess, we are your guest tonight. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guest tonight. So this is Duncan's query and Duncan's generosity. And Lady Macbeth is saying, your servants ever, we are your servants. Have theirs themselves and what is theirs income to make their audit at your highness's pleasure, still to return your own. So Macbeth is saying that Macbeth and his wife, Lady Macbeth is saying that Macbeth and she are the caretakers. They are the caretakers, they are the servants, they are the caretakers of Duncan's possessions. They are the caretakers of Duncan's possessions. So all that belongs to Macbeth and Lady Macbeth actually belongs to Duncan. All that belongs to Macbeth and Lady Macbeth is actually Duncan's. So there is nothing to thank. All our services await your majesty's pleasure, and whatever we are doing, we are just actually, whatever we have, actually it is all yours. There is nothing that is ours. So everything belongs to you. Now all that belongs to Macbeth and his wife is actually the property of the king. That Lady Macbeth wants to mean here. So they are ready to render an account, audit. Audit means they are ready to render an account of all these belongings. Okay. So Duncan is the real owner of all the possession. Lady Macbeth and Macbeth is actually the caretaker. So Duncan has every right to ask for an audit. So Duncan is very much pleased with this word. Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly. He is talking about Macbeth. And shall continue our grace towards him. There is no need to continue your grace because you are going to be murdered. So this scene is total irony, totally scene of irony. By your leave, hostess. Permit me to kiss you on your hand, and now he takes leave. Okay. Now in this scene you find that Duncan speaks all this speech and Lady Macbeth, there is one speech by Banquo. And Lady Macbeth is actually behaving like that serpent to beguile the time, look like the time, and just innocent flower. She is talking fluently with Duncan and praising him in a most humble tone. She claims that she is a subject of the king and all the belongings are to him. And hand in hand she conducts the king under the battlement into her castle. And despite the frequent reference to love and pleasantness of the castle, the final image of Lady Macbeth here leading Duncan into this castle is like leading Duncan to death sentence, like death. And when give me your hand, conduct me to mine host, we love him highly and shall continue grace towards him by your leave, hostess. So when Duncan is entering in the battlement of Lady Macbeth, we all know that Duncan is going to die. Okay, so we have to wait for the next scene, scene 7, and then in Act 2 we will find the climax of this drama from where there is no returning back. Till then, thank you.